Imagine scrolling through Craigslist late at night, searching for a great deal, or maybe even a new job. But what if behind every innocent listing lies a sinister tale waiting to unfold? In this video, prepare to be captivated and chilled to the bone as we delve into the dark underbelly of Craigslist with 3 true terrifying stories. From seemingly harmless transactions that spiral into nightmares to encounters with strangers that take a horrifying turn, these tales will make you think twice before clicking that reply button. Brace yourself for a roller coaster ride of fear and suspense as we unveil the chilling truth lurking behind the classifieds. This is not your average Craigslist experience. This is a journey into the unknown, where every click could lead to a nightmare. Are you ready to uncover the secrets of 3 true Craigslist scary stories? Welcome, fellow thrill seekers, to Haunting Harbor TV, your harbor for spine-tingling tales and bone-chilling experiences. I'm your host, Hamid, and today we're diving deep into the eerie world of Craigslist. On this channel, we specialize in uncovering the darkest mysteries and sharing stories that will leave you sleeping with one eye open. In this video, we're bringing you not 1, not 2, but 3 true scary stories that originated from the depths of Craigslist. From seemingly innocent transactions to encounters with strangers that turned into nightmares, these tales will send shivers down your spine. So, buckle up and prepare to navigate the treacherous waters of 3 true Craigslist scary stories with us. Let's sail into the unknown together. Haunting Harbor TV enthusiasts. Before we delve into the hair-raising tales ahead, let's set the stage with a brief overview of Craigslist. Launched in 1995 by Craig Newmark, Craigslist has become a household name in the realm of online marketplaces. With its simple interface and extensive reach, Craigslist has emerged as the go-to platform for a myriad of transactions, whether you're buying, selling, or hunting for jobs. From furniture to electronics, job listings to personal ads, Craigslist offers a diverse array of categories, making it a virtual treasure trove for bargain hunters and job seekers alike. However, lurking beneath its seemingly innocuous surface are tales of intrigue and danger as unsuspecting users find themselves entangled in spine-chilling encounters. So, as we embark on our journey through 3 true Craigslist scary stories, remember to tread carefully in the digital waters of this enigmatic platform. As we navigate the murky waters of online interactions, it's crucial to shine a spotlight on the anonymity and potential dangers lurking behind every digital encounter. Craigslist, like many online platforms, offers a cloak of anonymity that can be both enticing and perilous. While this anonymity allows users to connect with individuals from all walks of life, it also serves as a breeding ground for deception and danger. Behind the veil of a screen name lies the potential for nefarious intentions, as unsuspecting users may find themselves face to face with strangers whose true motives remain shrouded in mystery. From deceptive listings to malicious individuals seeking to exploit the vulnerabilities of others, the virtual landscape of Craigslist is rife with potential hazards. As we immerse ourselves in 3 true Craigslist scary stories, let us heed this cautionary tale and approach online interactions with vigilance and discernment. For in the digital realm, the line between friend and foe is often blurred, and the consequences of a single click can be chillingly profound. Under the veil of the night's darkness, David found himself engulfed in the glow of his computer screen. His eyes scanned the Craigslist listings, searching for a steal of a deal on a new motorcycle. Amidst the sea of mundane listings, one caught his attention, an impeccably maintained Harley-Davidson, priced well below market value. Intrigued, David clicked on the listing and fired off a message to the seller. Almost instantly, he received a response from a man named Michael, claiming to be the owner of the bike. Despite a nagging sense of skepticism, David arranged to meet Michael at a secluded spot on the outskirts of town. As David arrived at the rendezvous point, the air thickened with an ominous stillness. He felt a chill run down his spine as he waited anxiously, the only sound the distant hum of crickets in the night. Suddenly, headlights pierced the darkness, and a figure emerged from the shadows, a tall, imposing man with a predatory gleam in his eyes. Introducing himself as Michael, he led David deeper into the darkness, where the Harley awaited. But as they approached the motorcycle, David's heart sank. The bike was nothing like the pristine machine depicted in the photos. It was battered and rusted, a far cry from the gleaming beauty he had envisioned. Before David could protest, Michael's demeanor shifted, his friendly facade giving way to something altogether more sinister. With a menacing grin, he demanded payment, his eyes flashing with malice. Realizing he had walked into a trap, David's instincts kicked into overdrive. With a surge of adrenaline, he made a break for it, sprinting into the night with Michael's enraged shouts echoing in his ears. As David raced through the darkness, he knew he had narrowly escaped a fate worse than he dared to imagine. But as he glanced back over his shoulder, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being pursued by something far more sinister than mere mortal danger. Little did David know, his encounter with Craigslist was just the beginning of a nightmare beyond his darkest dreams. As David raced through the darkness, his heart pounded with fear and adrenaline. Every shadow seemed to conceal a lurking threat, and every rustle of leaves sent a shiver down his spine. He knew he had narrowly escaped Michael's clutches, but the memory of their encounter loomed large in his mind, casting a long shadow over his every thought. With each step, David's panic intensified, his breath coming in ragged gasps as he fought to put distance between himself and his would-be captor. But no matter how fast he ran, he couldn't shake the feeling that Michael was still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike. As he reached the edge of town, David finally allowed himself to slow to a stop, his chest heaving as he leaned against a lamppost, trying to catch his breath. The world around him was eerily quiet, the only sound the distant wail of sirens echoing through the night. For a moment, David allowed himself to hope that he had managed to escape Michael's clutches for good. But deep down, he knew that his ordeal was far from over. The memory of their encounter would haunt him for years to come, a constant reminder of the dangers that lurked in the shadows of the digital world. With a heavy heart, David turned and began the long walk home, his mind racing with thoughts of what could have been. Little did he know, his encounter with Michael was just the beginning of a nightmare beyond his darkest dreams, a nightmare that would follow him wherever he went, casting a shadow over his every waking moment. With each passing moment, the tension mounted like a taut wire stretched to its breaking point. Every rustle of leaves, every distant sound sent a jolt of fear coursing through David's veins, his senses heightened to the point of overload. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness ahead, a tall, menacing silhouette that sent a chill down David's spine. For a heart-stopping moment, he froze in terror, his mind screaming at him to turn and flee. But before he could react, the figure stepped forward into the faint glow of a distant streetlight, revealing Michael's twisted grin and malevolent gaze. The air seemed to crackle with menace as Michael advanced, his footsteps echoing ominously in the stillness of the night. With a surge of adrenaline, David turned and bolted in the opposite direction, his breath coming in ragged gasps as he ran for his life. But no matter how fast he ran, he could feel Michael's presence looming behind him, like a dark shadow that refused to be shaken. As David sprinted through the deserted streets, his mind raced with thoughts of escape. But deep down, he knew that there was no outrunning the terror that pursued him, no escaping the nightmare that had become his reality. And then, just when he thought he couldn't run any farther, David stumbled and fell to the ground, his heart pounding in his chest as he turned to face his pursuer. In that moment, as Michael loomed over him with a predatory grin, David realized, with a sinking feeling in the pit of his stomach, that his nightmare was far from over. Little did he know, the true terror was yet to come. "You thought you could escape me, didn't you?" Michael's words sent a shiver down David's spine, his mind reeling with fear and confusion. But before David could respond, Michael reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, gleaming object, a key. With a chilling laugh, he tossed it to David, who caught it reflexively, his hands trembling with fear. "That key," Michael whispered, his voice like ice. "It's the key to your motorcycle, the one you thought you were buying from me." As realization dawned, David's blood ran cold. The motorcycle, the Craigslist listing, the entire encounter, it had all been an elaborate trap orchestrated by Michael to lure him into his clutches. With a sinking feeling in the pit of his stomach, David realized that he had walked right into Michael's twisted game, and now he was powerless to escape. As Michael's menacing laughter echoed through the night, David knew that his nightmare was far from over. Little did he know, the true horror was yet to come, and he would soon find himself ensnared in a web of darkness from which there would be no escape. Under the cloak of night, Trevor finds himself ensnared in the eerie glow of his computer screen, navigating the enigmatic depths of Craigslist's listings. Among the myriad of mundane offerings, one catches his eye, a listing for a vintage gramophone, whispered to possess an otherworldly charm. Intrigued by the promise of a relic steeped in history, Trevor hesitantly reaches out to the seller, an enigmatic figure known only as E. Blackwood. To his surprise, a swift reply emerges from the digital ether, filled with cryptic messages and veiled invitations. Despite the flicker of trepidation dancing in his chest, Trevor finds himself drawn deeper into the web of mystery woven by E. Blackwood. They arrange to meet at the forlorn shell of an abandoned warehouse, its crumbling facade whispering secrets of bygone days. As Trevor ventures into the darkness of the night, the air grows heavy with anticipation, each step echoing off the barren walls of the warehouse. The stillness is punctuated only by the distant howl of the wind, carrying with it an unsettling sense of foreboding. At the appointed hour, Trevor finds himself standing before the yawning maw of the warehouse, its shadows beckoning like outstretched fingers. With a trembling hand, he pushes open the creaking door, stepping into the abyss within. Inside, the darkness is palpable, clinging to his skin like a shroud as he navigates the labyrinthine corridors. Suddenly, a figure materializes from the shadows, a silhouette draped in mystery, their features obscured by the cloak of night. Introducing themselves as E. Blackwood, the figure's voice is a haunting melody that sends shivers down Trevor's spine. With a gesture, they lead him deeper into the heart of the warehouse, where the gramophone awaits, its antique form gleaming in the dim light. But as Trevor reaches out to claim his prize, a sense of dread washes over him like a tidal wave. For in that moment, he realizes the true nature of E. Blackwood's game, a twisted dance with the darkness, where nothing is as it seems, and danger lurks behind every corner. With a sinking feeling in his chest, Trevor knows that he has stumbled into a nightmare from which there may be no escape. Little does he know, his encounter with E. Blackwood is just the beginning of a descent into madness, where the line between reality and nightmare blurs into obscurity as Trevor stands frozen in the dimly lit warehouse. A sinking feeling settles in the pit of his stomach. His pulse quickens, and a cold sweat breaks out across his brow as he realizes the gravity of his situation. The gramophone, once a coveted treasure, now feels like a cursed relic, a symbol of his unwitting descent into the darkness. But little does Trevor know, his encounter with E. Blackwood is just the beginning of a descent into madness that will shatter the boundaries between reality and nightmare. As he makes his way back through the labyrinthine corridors of the warehouse, the shadows seem to dance around him, whispering secrets that send shivers down his spine. Every sound, every shadow seems to taunt him, mocking his feeble attempts to escape the clutches of the darkness. Outside, the night air is thick with a sense of malevolence, the darkness stretching out before him like an endless abyss. With each step he takes, Trevor feels as though he is being pulled deeper into the darkness, the line between reality and nightmare blurring into obscurity. As he wanders through the deserted streets, a sense of disorientation washes over him, his mind struggling to make sense of the twisted reality that surrounds him. Shadows dance at the edge of his vision, and whispers echo in the darkness, filling him with a primal sense of fear. And as Trevor's sanity teeters, on the brink of collapse, he realizes, with a sinking feeling, that there may be no escape from the nightmare that has consumed him. Little does he know, the true horror is yet to come, lurking in the shadows of his fractured mind, waiting to drag him down into the depths of madness from which there may be no return. As Trevor's harrowing journey comes to a temporary halt, it's essential to take a moment to reflect on the chilling tales of online encounters gone awry. These stories serve as stark reminders of the inherent risks and dangers lurking within the digital landscape, particularly in the realm of online transactions. The experiences of David and Trevor highlight the ease with which individuals can be lured into dangerous situations by anonymous strangers masquerading behind the veil of the internet. From the initial allure of a bargain to the bone-chilling realization of being ensnared in a trap, their stories underscore the importance of caution, skepticism, and vigilance when navigating online interactions. Moreover, these tales serve as cautionary reminders of the importance of personal safety in the digital age. As we immerse ourselves in the vast expanse of the internet, it's crucial to remember that not everyone we encounter may have our best interests at heart. By remaining vigilant and employing critical thinking skills, we can mitigate the risks associated with online transactions and protect ourselves from falling victim to deception and danger. Ultimately, the stories of David and Trevor serve as cautionary tales, urging us to approach online interactions with caution and discernment. By prioritizing personal safety and exercising sound judgment, we can navigate the digital landscape with confidence and minimize the risks inherent in the world of online transactions. In the depths of Craigslist listings, Alex discovers an enticing ad for an apartment that promises the perfect blend of charm and affordability. With visions of a new beginning dancing in his mind, Alex reaches out to the landlord, known only as E. Monroe. Their exchange is brief, but promising, with E. Monroe offering to meet Alex at the apartment for a viewing. As Alex arrives at the address provided, a sense of unease settles over him. The building looms before him, its windows dark and its facade weathered by time. Undeterred, Alex ascends the worn staircase to the apartment, each step echoing in the empty hallway like a solemn reminder of the unknown dangers that lie ahead. But as he reaches the door, a cold wind seems to blow through the cracks, whispering of hidden terrors lurking within. With a deep breath, Alex pushes open the door and steps into the dimly lit interior of the apartment. The air is heavy with the scent of neglect, and a feeling of dread settles over him like a suffocating cloak. As he explores the apartment, Alex's unease grows with each passing moment. Strange symbols adorn the walls, and the floorboards groan beneath his weight as if protesting his intrusion. And in the corner of the living room, a door stands ominously ajar, its darkness beckoning like a gaping maw. But just as Alex is about to turn and flee, a voice echoes through the silence. A whisper so faint, he can barely make out the words. "Welcome home, Alex," it seems to say, sending a shiver down his spine. With a sinking feeling in the pit of his stomach, Alex realizes that he may have stumbled into a nightmare from which there is no escape. Little does he know, his encounter with E. Monroe is just the beginning of a descent into darkness from which he may never return. As Alex stands frozen in the doorway, the weight of impending doom bears down upon him like a suffocating blanket. The whisper lingers in the air, its chilling resonance echoing in his ears, as if mocking his feeble attempts to comprehend the horrors that await him. With each passing moment, the darkness seems to swell, enveloping Alex in its malevolent embrace. Shadows dance in the corners of his vision, twisting and contorting into grotesque shapes that seem to taunt him with their malignancy. The air grows thick with a palpable sense of dread, as if the very essence of fear itself has taken root within the apartment's walls. And then, just as Alex's resolve begins to falter, a figure emerges from the darkness. A silhouette cloaked in shadows, its features obscured by the veil of night. It moves with an unnatural grace, gliding across the room with a haunting elegance that sends a shiver down Alex's spine. Introducing itself as E. Monroe, the figure's voice is a melodic whisper that seems to reverberate in the air around him. Its words are honeyed yet laced with a subtle undercurrent of menace, weaving a web of deception that ensnares Alex in its grasp. With a sinking feeling in his chest, Alex realizes that he is powerless to resist the pull of this dark and twisted reality. He has stumbled into a nightmare from which there is no waking, a labyrinth of shadows and secrets from which he may never find escape. As E. Monroe draws closer, the darkness seems to coil around Alex like a serpent, binding him in its suffocating grip. His heart hammers in his chest, a frantic rhythm that echoes in the silence of the apartment, each beat a reminder of his impending doom. With trembling hands, Alex struggles to find his voice, to demand answers from this enigmatic figure who holds him captive in this twisted realm. But the words catch in his throat, choked by the overwhelming sense of dread that threatens to consume him whole. And then, just as Alex prepares to confront his tormentor, a sudden movement catches his eye, a glint of something metallic in the darkness. Before he can react, a blinding pain explodes in his chest, sending him sprawling to the ground in a haze of agony. And so, as Alex disappears into the night, his fate uncertain and his mind haunted by the horrors he has witnessed, the apartment stands silent and empty, a silent witness to the darkness that lurks within its walls. But as the days turn into weeks, and the weeks into months, the memory of Alex and his encounter with E. Monroe fades into obscurity, a mere footnote in the annals of Craigslist's listings. Yet for those who dare to venture into the depths of its offerings, the chilling tale of Alex serves as a grim reminder of the dangers that lie in wait within the shadows. For in the world of Craigslist's listings, the line between reality and nightmare is a thin one indeed, and those who dare to tread its darkened corridors do so at their own peril. And as the whispers of unseen horrors echo through the silence, one can't help but wonder, what other terrors lie waiting to be discovered in the darkest corners of the internet? As our journey through the chilling depths of Craigslist's listings comes to a close, we're left with 3 haunting tales that serve as cautionary reminders of the dangers lurking within the digital realm. In the first story, David's quest for a motorcycle bargain led him into a trap set by a sinister stranger, teaching us to be wary of deals that seem too good to be true. The second story followed Trevor's encounter with E. Blackwood and a cursed gramophone, illustrating the peril of delving into the unknown without heed for the consequences. And finally, Alex's descent into the ominous apartment of E. Monroe serves as a stark warning against the allure of mystery and the importance of trusting one's instincts in the face of danger. These tales may be works of fiction, but their themes ring true in the real world. Whether buying, selling, or seeking, it's crucial to exercise caution when navigating online platforms like Craigslist. Trust your instincts, verify information, and always prioritize personal safety above all else. Remember, in the vast expanse of the internet, darkness lurks behind every click. Stay vigilant, stay safe, and may you never find yourself entangled in the web of horrors that awaits those who dare to venture too far into the shadows. If you've been captivated by these spine-tingling stories, we'd love to hear from you. Have you ever had a creepy encounter on Craigslist or another online platform? Maybe you have some thoughts or insights to share about the importance of online safety. Whatever it is, don't hesitate to drop a comment below and join the conversation. Your experiences and perspectives could help others stay safe in the digital wilderness. So, let's connect and continue the dialogue. Remember, in the world of online transactions, it pays to be vigilant and share knowledge to keep each other safe. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey through the darker corners of the internet. We hope you've enjoyed these spine-tingling tales and found them both thrilling and thought-provoking. If you want to stay updated on more spooky content and thrilling adventures in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on the latest tales of mystery and suspense. Until next time, stay safe out there, and may your nights be filled with more thrills than chills. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next spooky adventure.